What's up, everyone? I think you can hear me, and I think we're live. Good day, Blast Boost. Are we thumbs up in the chat? We can hear me. We can see me okay. We're having a good day. What's up, JT? Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here. Yes, beautiful. Thanks for being here. Okay, let's have some fun. It's just you all and me, and we're just gonna hang out and give some stuff away and have an amazing time. Thank you so much for being here. 25,000 subs is wild. I was just looking at some YouTube community posts I'd made, which I don't make very often. And about 10 months ago, I'd done my first vendor POV, and we had just hit 3K subs. So I did not go into any of this expecting any of this. And it's just been one of the legitimate great joys of my life over the past year. So thanks for being part of it. Everyone that's here right now, that's in the chat, is like very, very part of it. And I know that you are. I come to recognize a lot of your names and YouTube titles and stuff. So thanks for hanging out. So let's talk about the format. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to answer questions as we go. So feel free to just ask questions if you've got them. I'll try my best to star them and just pick questions that we'll answer throughout the night. We're also going to be building little collections of cards. We're going to start with singles on TCGPlayer, and you all are going to contribute. You're going to pick themes with me. You're going to pick cards within those themes. So we could say, we're only doing dogs, or we're only doing psychic types, or only cute cards, or only cards with food, or whatever. And then we'll just collaborate on building a collection until we hit the budget for each collection, which I had set. We'll talk about the budget in a little bit, but I set those budgets. And then, so once we hit those, I will spin the wheel. I think we have like 184 people who have submitted, and I'm checking for dupes. It's only one per household, one address, one email address. There's a dupe in there that I'm going to get rid of. So if you haven't yet, feel free to sign up. I think it's in the description. I put it at the top of the chat. I can repost it if people need it. We got 183 people in there. So I'm going to do a random number picker. And then you will all watch us. You'll all watch me pick that number randomly, and that person will win. And we'll go to check out. I won't dox anybody. I'm going to be really careful about it. We're going to get those people their collections, and then we're going to move on to the next collection. So that's what it is. We're just going to hang out, make collections. We're going to do 3 of them on TCGPlayer. I'd set the budget at $65. But I know things are expensive right now. And so I think if we go over that a little bit, it'll be okay, is how I'm going to treat it. If we get, somewhere between 65 and $100 shipped, we're in good shape. And then we're going to move over to MISPRINT, who's a sponsor of the stream. They've given me pretty much all of the budget to give these cards away, which is awesome. And we're going to buy some stuff on MISPRINT's site as well. We're going to do $100-ish, maybe a little more collections there. So you got like 5 chances to win tonight. And even if you don't, you're just having fun hanging out in the stream. Thank you, JT, for dropping the link into the chat again. Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, Jay Ketchum, first live here. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna star some of these questions as we go. What's up, Grant? Good to see ya. Oh, can't wait to meet at our first show. Okay, I hope we do that soon. I'm just starring some questions. Okay. Hi everybody. Thank you for the congrats on the Japanese Lugia. Okay, should we start? Is it okay to do twice to make sure it's submitted? Try not to do it twice. There's 203 in there now, and I do have some help from my friend JT, but I am trying to dedupe, and it's pretty clear when somebody submitted twice in Google Forms. So there's like another one in there. I'm gonna have to delete some of these. So I just want to make sure everyone's in there once. We're at 206. Okay. Let's just start building. You have a chance still to submit, and then I'll make sure we dedupe, but let's build collections together. So let's start. What should the theme of this first collection be? I'm going to be looking at the chat for, again, it could be a theme. So it's like, it could be cute. It could be food cards. It could be a specific type. It could be a specific, I don't know, type. I don't know, whatever. You get where I'm getting at. Okay. So we got ghosts. We got 151. Oh, a lot of suggestions coming in. Sleeping. Yes. Oh, very, very partial to that. We have 2 votes for sleeping. Scary. Middle Evo is kind of funny. Okay. Kingdra EX is very specific. Water. Cute cards. Chubby. Sleepy. Okay, we have a lot of votes for Sleepy. It does feel like we have to do Sleepy, huh? This is one of my favorite things to collect in my personal collection. I think people are suggesting it because they know that, which again, thank you for watching the videos and knowing the things that I like in this ridiculous pursuit of little creatures on cardboard. Let's do sleeping. Okay, sleeping is the first. And let's go ahead and let's start, y'all. We're going to find out who wins in a little bit, but let's start with sleeping. So what are some of your favorite sleeping cards? Keep in mind, again, we're going to try to keep these like, $65 to $100. And we can go for like different conditions, by the way. So to make it fit, like if we want to do an MP vintage card and that saves us $50 or whatever, great. I think it'd be awesome to get anyone who wins these giveaways to have them get more than a couple cards, right? If it's one card, sometimes that's going to be the case. That's fine. We can maybe at the end we do a bit of a big win. Docspun SIR. Is that Sleepy? The Docspun SIR? Charizard V. That's a good suggestion. Let's start there. Charizard V. I think this is the Swish promo, the UPC promo that you're talking about. So it would be this young man. And unbelievably, they are like $40 now. These, okay. I mean, we can do it. Let's do it. Let's start there. What do we think? What does the chat think? Charizard V, Mew from Crown Zenith. Oh, 2 votes for this Mew. Okay, let's take a look at how much these Mews are. Mew Crown Zenith. I'm gonna drop the I'm gonna put the chat on the video. Hopefully y'all can see that. So even if you're not on the chat, okay, a lot of Mew, a lot of sleeping Charizard, Mew sleeping. Yes, people are agreeing. Yes, W. Okay, so here's our friend Mew. Oh boy, another $40-something card. Okay, so let's look at conditions here. Yeah, we saved quite a bit on LP. We could also go for Japanese in some of these cases. Japanese Zard is 25. Maybe that's the move. So let's go. I really love this card, y'all. This is truly like, I mean, this is one of the most serene. There's another one that's like this. I think it's a trainer gallery with the Pikachu sleeping with the trainer. Kind of similar vibe. Love them. Absolutely love them. And again, relatively affordable, even graded. So yeah, let's grab. And we're going to try to pick like proven sellers. All right. So we're not taking chances here. We're going to add that one to cart. Okay. Japanese, the move on some of these. So let's see. Yeah, Pikachu Trainer Gallery. Yep. Someone wants to do Scizor themed. Okay, well, we come back to that. I love that idea. Sleepy Raichu. I know that one's going to be a little expensive. Stellar Crown Bulbasaur. Yeah, let's look at some of the Japanese. Let's go back to that Charizard. Charizard V. And let's do Japanese Charizard V. And it seems like that one's going to be cheaper. Someone was calling out that that's maybe more like 25. So let's see if we can find them. Yeah, 26. That's cool. I actually don't even think I've ever seen this card Japanese. I bet you it's even better. So we've got one here. Boom. Okay. What are we at? We're probably at like $70, right? If I'm doing my math right. Yeah, 65. Okay, that was my original suggested limit. Let's do one more. Let's pick one more, at least one more. Let's see. Does anyone have any like really? Yeah, Snorlax promo. Good suggestion. I mean, Snorlax is always sleeping, so I don't. This is going to be from the Elite Trainer box. Let's see. How many Snorlax promos are there? I think it's a 151. This one, but not the PC exclusive. This one. Oh, nice. Okay. 15 in LP. Do we really save much at LP? $16 at LP. 18 near mint. Let's just grab a near mint. And it's not much cheaper Japanese either. So let's grab the bet. This one's good. Okay. Let's stop there because I think after shipping and tax, we're gonna get. I'm sure there's so many good suggestions. I'm trying to keep up. Let's just look. Hang on, real quick. This Pikachu Trainer Gallery. Is it Lost Origin? It is this one. Oh man, it's like $30. What do we think? I mean, I do love this card too. Do we want to replace any of these? We keep it going. Just stick with what we have. I mean, like we got 3 in there. We could swap one out. I'm getting a lot of yes. People, I know. I love this card too. This does have to be in it, doesn't it? Okay, it does. It does. Yeah, I know. This is like literally one of the best cards. Okay. I agree. Okay. Y'all are going to realize that with this group, this select, I mean, it's 164 people. It's not nothing. This is not I'm gonna have a soft spot for what y'all are shouting out. Okay, so we're a little over budget here. What do we drop? Do we drop the Charizard? Swap out Charizard is one of the Pikachu better than Snorlax. You know, I agree. Yeah, Japanese silver border. I like the variety of having the Japanese Charizard in there. I actually think that's cool. Let's pull out the Snorlax just because he's always sleeping. I think it's drop out Zard. Okay, getting a lot of votes there. We're at $100. Let's just call it there. All right, let's call it there. I'm gonna kill the screen share just for a second because I don't want to dox anyone. I'm gonna check out the any dupes. I'm gonna dedupe. We're gonna tell you how many do we have here. We have 238 responses. Again, I'm gonna make sure we're D239. It's people are actively filling out this form. Any dupes? We're looking good. Okay, so I have this stuff all piped into a spreadsheet. I'm gonna pull the screen share back up. Let's find out who wins. Okay, let's go over here. Number picker. What was the number? It was from 2 to 243. 243. We're stopping there. So if you're submitting right now, you'll have plenty of chances to win the next one. 2 to 243. Good luck on the Sleepy collection. We've got 3 singles, about $100 of singles. It is, by the way, I should have mentioned this. I think I say it in the form. US only for now with tariffs and everything. It's a little bit. It's just tricky. I hope y'all can understand that. In the future, I would love to just like maybe I can just give cash to, people who are overseas because I know there's a lot of people there. 131. Who's 131? The SXE Mike 720. I hope you're there. I hope you're live. Congratulations to you. So I'm going to remove the screen share again so we do not dox our friend. And we are going to grab some shipping information. So as we're doing that, congrats to the SXE Mike 720. I'm going to grab shipping information, place this order, and then we're going to go again. We're going to do the same thing again. So start putting your suggestions in for the next theme. Again, we can be pretty flexible on themes. I saw a lot of great suggestions before. So go ahead and drop those in as I'm doing this. And this is going to be for Mike. Congrats to Mike. Okay. We are, okay, not saving that address. We are placing the order. It's $107. Y'all, this is, it's all good. It's going to come out of, I'm covering these. We're having fun tonight. So with some help from MISPRINT, who is super generous. All right, we're all set. Mike has his order coming to him. So congratulations, Mike, you're in California, Mike. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, again, blind all of the personal identifying information in my sheet and respect everyone's privacy. And we're also going to remove Mike. You can win once. So I am going to remove Mike from the list. I'm going to hide his row here. Okay. And let's see, how many are we at? We're at 263 people who have submitted their forms. And I think we're looking pretty good on dupes. We got 1 dupe. The folks that are submitting dupes, it's an accident. I know you forgot that you submitted it like 5 days ago. I understand. But we got to give everyone a fair shot. I'm going to look at the chat now. We got votes for Spooky. The list so green side, the list refreshes automatically. So it's the form that the form that you fill out is directly linked into the sheet that we are using. So it will happen automatically. So let's do another one. What do we think? Spooky. Y'all are so smart. Y'all are smart. Ghost, dark, spooky. Yeah. Spooky's getting a lot of votes. It is spooky season, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. A lot of great suggestions. I really do love a lot of these, but we're getting a lot of votes for creepy, nighttime, ghost, spooky. So let's do it. Let's run it. Let's run spooky. Boy, there are a lot of good suggestions. Pokemon in water, connecting cards. Yes, these are awesome things to collect. Let's do spooky. Okay. So let's get back into TCGPlayer. Make some suggestions on spooky cards. That's our theme. Spooky. Spooky, so it could be dark. What do we think? What are some spooky cards? Obviously, a lot of things with like Gengar in it are going to be spooky. The Ghastly IR, Dusclops from Shrouded Fable. Yeah, the 3 connecting IRs. Psychic cards. Yes, Gengar, Mimikyu. Okay. Let's sort this way. Oh, that's gonna give us some like real low end stuff, but that's okay. I mean, we can pick some like dollar cards. That'll kind of be fun. Do we like any of this spooky boys? We got Chinese Gengar from JP. Yeah, what's that, like $1,000 card? We're gonna exceed our budget here. We're aiming for, you know, between 65 $100. Spiritomb IR. Oh, yeah, Spiritomb has like a trainer gallery card, I think. Is there an IR? I think it's trainer or Galarian, like this one, right? I think this is the one you're thinking of, Dan. This is pretty spooky. I like this. This is like $1 or $2 card, right? Let's get some mileage. Dude, great suggestion. Let's run this. And we're going to pick, again, we'll pay a few cents extra to get a real verified seller up in here. Darkrai, Gengar TG060. Is this the one? Gengar Lost Origin. Kind of looks like he's smoking something. Like it's a little... Yeah, oh, there's like a guy over here who's smoking something. Is this This is weird. It's certainly weird. This card would take up a little bit of the budget. Let's keep it in the chamber. Chandelure. Gengar Trainer Gallery. Oh, we are getting a lot of votes for the Gengar Trainer Gallery here. Generations Gengar. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, this is a classic. He is a spooky boy. I mean, that's look at that guy. Wow, look at how this thing spiked recently. I guess it's like $1. Okay, yeah. What do we think of this one? I like this card. I'm looking through, not super spooky. Yeah, people love this card. Yeah, we love it. The Trainer Gallery Gengar is not spooky. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. It is a great card. I that's why I moved on from it. It wasn't like a no-brainer to me. I think let's run this Generations Gengar. I like it. I like the price it's at. We could get a reverse or a holo. Let's run the reverse just to save a little bit, because I think in this era the reverses are cool. They're just as cool. What else we got? Oh, Feraligatr. How much is this card? I know exactly what you're talking about, but what is this one for? Is it Aquapolis? It's around that era. Let's see. How many Feraligatr cards are there even? Not that many. This one's, I think it's going to be too expensive. Oh, you know what? We could get it non-holo. This is a spooky boy. This reminds me, I'm sure someone said it. There's an Alakazam, I think by the same artist from around this era that is also a pretty spooky boy. Dark Slowking Neo. Got a few suggestions for that. Dark Slowking Neo. Y'all know your stuff. See, this is, oh, what is this? Is it Komiya? It is a Komiya card. Yo, this guy's whack. What is this? This is so spooky. I mean, this is a nightmare. Let's go. MP. I like this one at MP. What do we think? Yeah, Slowking. Yeah, Dark Slowking's a beast. Yeah, we like this. Yeah. Chat's got it. Y'all know your Pokemon cards. I knew I liked y'all. Beautiful. Slowking. Okay, what are we at? We're probably only at like $30 or something. We got a lot of room to go on spooky. Yeah, $47. Okay, let's keep rolling. That guy's spooky. Hypno Aquapolis. Yo. Oh, man. What's up with this guy? What's this boy doing? This is sus. Very spooky. He's like outside someone's window. Yo, this is actually like kind of actually dark. Kind of like this one. It is budget wise a little tough, and I don't want to go below MP just because you know how TCGPlayer is. It like you go HP and then it's like absolutely bent in half. This is a cool card. Let's keep this one in mind just because it's a slightly pricier card, but this is a really good call. What else we got? Beware IR. You know? What's up, man? You know what? Y'all know this card. This is spooky. Look at this guy. Hang on. This one. Why is this so menacing? That's a menacing young man. I like this one, actually. What do we think? Do we think this is spooky enough? This is good. And it's like $9. $9 near modern card. We're getting a really good... Yeah, Mimikyu for sure. We got to go Mimikyu. Okay, Beware. What do we think? This is a pretty good suggestion. It's not a lot. Okay. Yes, I can see the super chats. I'm trying to focus on this at one, but thank you. If you're sending super chats, that's amazing. They automatically star on my end, so I can see them later. And when we're doing questions and stuff, I'll do some questions maybe after we pick this one. Some people are saying kind of cute, spooky enough. Yeah, it's good. It's, you know what? It's like, it's $9. Let's chuck it in. What's a few bucks? I mean, we could even go Japanese here and go, yeah, let's go Japanese, even cheaper, $5. Why not? Let's just chuck it in. Okay, I was seeing some good suggestions. Mimikyu. Okay, I mean, obviously we got, okay, let's just look at Mimikyu cards. Mimikyu. Okay, we're going price low to high. All right. What's like a nice spooky Mimikyu? A nice spooky one. This one's pretty Halloween, right? It's a great card. It is a little expensive. I mean, wow, that jump is fast from like $5 card to $40 card with Mimikyu. What do we think? Let's see. I'm sure people have specific suggestions. I know that Houndoom IR is good. Yeah, a lot of Enshrouded Fable is spooky. Frostlass IR, super spooky guy. Okay, so let's just pick our Mimikyu first. Let's do an inexpensive Mimikyu. Let's just find our favorite sub $10 spooky little Mimikyu. Team Rocket's Mimikyu. It's kind of a bulk card. We could do a little better than that. Oh, look at this guy. Look at that little guy. He's spooking. Team Rocket. Yeah, I see that. Team Rocket Mimikyu. Yeah, we're getting a lot of votes for that. Let's look at the Frostlass IR in a sec. I'm seeing a ton of suggestions for that. I bet y'all are right. Let's do, just for fun, why don't we just listen? It's like a 5-cent card. It's the cost of shipping. We're throwing a few Mimikyus in, y'all. I like it. Look at this little man. Spooking. Creeping. All right. Boom. A couple of Mimikyus. Yes. Okay. Beautiful. Frostlass IR I have seen come up a lot, and I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget the set it comes out of. Is it Chilling or is it Esviera? This one. Oh, Twilight. Look at this. I mean, I love this card. Oh, it's $7. No brainer. This one's going in. I love this card because to me, it's like, it's in a traditional like Japanese house with the sliding shoji doors. It's just a weird, spooky little guy. And if I remember right, Frostlass has some very dark Pokedex entries. So let's go again. We will pay the extra $1 to pick a really good seller. So we're doing that. Nice suggestion on Frostlass. What are we at? This one's a good collection. 7 cards for spooky. We're almost at 6. Okay, we're at 65. So that was our original budget. I already told y'all we're going over budget tonight. It's all good. Everyone's whatever, you know. It's we're going. Oh, look at all the love in the chat. People giving each other credit. Yeah, a lot of good. I know that people were saying that Frostlass IR a lot, so I don't remember. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. I don't know who originally did it, but thank you. That was a great call. Greavard. Let's look at Greavard. I'm kind of liking that we went a different direction with this in terms of the card values. Like we're picking a lot of these IRs, you know, these sub $10 IRs. A great collection. This is very Halloween. It's not ultra spooky, but it is very Halloween. What do we think? Duskull? We can look at Duskull, sure. Thanks for participating, y'all. This is making I wouldn't know. I mean, I could come up with some of these, but oh man, Duskull is just generally a spooky boy. I mean, we should just throw one in, right? What's like a good? Oh, I kind of like the reverse from this era. How much are these? Oh, wait. Okay, there's only one low list. Let's go LP. What do we think of this? Reverse Duskull. That reverses from this era are cool. Do we want to throw? Yeah, old e-reader. We're getting a really nice variety. Sandstorm, fun fact, the last set I collected when I was a kid. So whatever year this came out, like probably early 2000s, that was when I stopped. Yeah, excellent. Yes, the reverse in light play, $8 card. Boom. Let's send it. I love it. We're getting an awesome variety. Let's take a look at what we've got. Let's just take stock real quick of what we've done here. People are saying Belly Bolt from Obsidian. Okay, let's look at this first because I'm not picturing the spooky Belly Bolt. The Belly Bolt from Obsidian. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, Ruler of the Black Flame. Yo, this guy is, he's so cute. He's so cute and derpy. The scenery is a little creepy. Like, why is he there? What is he doing? What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? I don't know. But what happens if we hit near mint? It's a $3 card. It's going in. Someone's winning this. Someone's getting this little lamp of a boy. He is cute. I know. But okay, let's look now. Let's look. I know there's a lot of great ghost Pokemon. Okay, we've got this generation's Gengar. We've got the Bellybolt, the Japanese Beware, Team Rocket's Mimikyu, the Spiritomb Trainer Gallery card, this other Mimikyu, Duskull Sandstorm Reverse, Frostlass IR, and Dark Slowking. Kind of the hit, huh? What are we at on budget? I think this is perfect. I know there's so many good suggestions here, but let's run this. So again, I'm going to remove for a second. Okay, good. What are we at? I'm going to double check the list. We're at 289 people who have responded for a chance to win. Let me just double check that there aren't any dupes. It's pretty obvious in Google Forms, like a little 1 shows up next to your name. We do have a dupe. That's got to go. Sorry, y'all. Got to keep it fair. 1 to win. One chance to win per person. Let's see. Any other dupes I got to get rid of? Yeah, there are a couple. Okay, give me a sec. I got to delete some of these, make sure it reflects in the form. I'm trying to keep it fair. If you're submitting, try not to submit twice if you can. I know some people forgot that they did before. I get it. I know some people submitted these a few days ago. So you just get to listen to me jabber for a little bit, but this is the price to pay. We got to make it fair. Okay, 200. We got, okay, I think just 1 more to remove. 1 to remove. Okay, we have 290 responses in the form. Let's make sure that looks about right. 297. Okay, we're going to call it there. We're going to go, okay, 298. 1 got in. 298. Let's go 298. 298. So let me go ahead and make sure we're not going to dox anybody. We are not. Okay, let's go to our number picker, 298. Who's winning the spooky collection? We got a nice variety, a really cool tour through the years of Pokemon with the spooky collection. Everything from like 5-cent cards to a $20 OG Dark Slowking. Kind of love that Dark Slowking. Okay, 59. Who is number 59? Carton That Boy 8415. Carton That Boy 8415. Congratulations. So again, I'm going to remove the screen share because we're not doxing anybody, but I'm going to place this order for our friend Carton That Boy. If you're here, what's up? Okay, I think I have the address here. So congratulations. Okay, congratulations. So let's go ahead, and as I'm doing this, let's pick the next theme. I'm going to start going through some of the starred questions and super chats. We'll do a little Q&A before we do our 3rd and final TCG player collection. I think we're doing perfectly on time, honestly. I wasn't sure how long this was going to take, but y'all know your Pokemon. Okay, someone is spamming trainer theme. Okay, let's grab a new address. What do we think for the theme? Island. Ooh, island is cool. Yeah, trainer theme. Trainer's kind of cool. I don't mind that. Okay. What else? Other suggestions? Johto, underwater. Promos. Sorry, y'all. I am multitasking. Hopefully this is not too painful. We'll get this through quick. Okay. We are adding this person's address. We are using the suggested address. We are placing the order for spooky cards. TCGPlayer wants my security code on my credit card again. Okay, keep talking amongst yourselves. Pokemon around food. Baby Shiny, so we can do a bunch. Oh, Baby Shiny. Yeah, Baby Shiny's kind of interesting. It'd be a shame if it went to somebody who already has like a master set. Okay. Placing the order. And it is in carton, that boy in Texas. Congratulations on the spooky cards. I'm going to hide all of everyone's personal information and let's answer some questions. Okay, so I told you all to start shouting out themes, so I'm not going to move on. Let's pick a theme. Food, Johto, cute cards, not trainers, watery, electric, starters, Japanese, trainer with Pokemon. I have a page of those. I like that one. McDonald's themed, Pokemon flexing, food, flying. We already did sleeping. We did sleeping earlier. That was the first one. So we opened with sleeping. Somebody did win that already. Gold stars. Okay, Rian. Yeah, gold stars. Great. Hey, if y'all wanna fighting type, Derpy. Oh, I kind of like Derpy. I mean, what do we think of Derpy crying? What do you think of Derpy? I'm seeing there's a lot of great suggestions. Yeah, ugly. Connecting is great. Connecting arts are great. Dragons. Food. I like food is getting a lot of votes. Candy. Let's go with food. Food's going to be our next one. Let's do food as the next one. I like Derpy too. We'll see. You know what, y'all? So MISPRINT, the sponsor of the stream, just added singles to their website. It's like brand new. So they were actually cool with me. They sent me money to do this on TCGPlayer, knowing that singles are new to their website, but maybe we can add some singles and slabs. Like maybe we do a mix over on MISPRINT after the TCGPlayer ones, and maybe we do Derpy or something like that. So let's do, sorry, I know, rip Derpy. Let's do food next. We're going to come back to food. Let's answer some questions. So I'm going to go through the starred ones. JT, I mean, this is my guy, the mod. He's going to be vending with me this weekend, and I should be paying him, and he's here doing this. Wally Bear, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the congrats, and you're welcome for all the knowledge. I'm learning along the way with all of you. Scizor theme, yeah, curious to see some of my favorites. Thank you for the super chat, Modern Cards. You're always, I see you in every midweek Machamps too. I really appreciate the love. Scizor cards, I mean, Scizor Prime is cool. The OG Scizors like Dark Scizor. There's Undaunted is really cool. He's like running off to the side. Very cool. Underrated card. The Obsidian IR is really cool. Those are the ones that are kind of jumping to mind for me. But and then there's an e-reader one. I'm never great with these e-reader sets. It's Quapalis Expedition, one of those. I actually really like that one too. It's kind of cartoonish. Blast Boost. Thanks for the super chat. Love to see the growth and love to see how people learn. How do I think the Mega Block will do? Do I think the Mega Block is very desirable? It wasn't liked in the beginning. I think they're coming pretty hot with Mega. I was confused when they first announced Mega because I was like, that's not a generation. That's, or you know what I mean? Like it's not Gen 10. It's sort of just a concept. Someone who's a better Pokemon card historian than me might know whether that's something that they've done before, that just like kind of go in that sort of direction. But yeah, I think the Mega Block's going to do really well just based on the direction they're going. They're taking, I think, some interesting creative direction on this. The gold cards, the revisiting the megas with the Japanese or the English lettering on them with that sort of like graffiti style. They're taking some chances. I think this era is going to be really fun. Is it going to be a standout era in hindsight? It's hard to say. I'm going to go ahead and make a call now. I'm going to make a guess that it won't be like one of the top, like if we go back in time and do like every era tier list or whatever, 10 years from now, I bet the Mega Block is going to be like B tier. That's going to be my call now. But I think in the short term, like for what they're doing right now, it's really fun. And hopefully they can get their printing up so everyone can, participate, because it's fun to open this stuff. Thank you. The Confusion, one of my original Gigantamax Oya Megas, we hung out and just talked collecting. It was very sweet. So thank you for gifting some memberships. What's my number one Grail card? BM Bucky 1. I don't super have a number 1 Grail card. Now, if you're forcing me to pick one, then the Koro Koro Shining Mew, like PSA 10 or Black Label, whatever. I mean, if we're going Grail, we're shooting for the moon. Go Black Label, Koro Koro Shining Mew has got to be up there. But I'm not like a Grail collector guy. I don't know if I'll ever own a single Pokemon item worth, $10,000 or $20,000. Just sort of not how I do this personally. But yeah, I love that card. What else? Number 1 Grail. I really love the Delta species gold stars. So those ones come to mind as well, like the Gyarados, the Mew, and the Charizard are the 3. So those gold stars are really awesome. So again, let's go PSA 10 or Black Label if we're going Grail. It's hard to pick a number 1. See, you said number 1, and then I picked like 30. Yeah, let's go with the Koro Koro Mew, Black Label Koro Koro Mew. Mythical Bidoof, do you really think Vintage will outpace Modern, even though Modern cards look so much better? Depends on what time frame, and depends sort of what you mean by outpace. I interpret this to be about value. Do I think Vintage will outpace Modern in value terms, like in the long run? Yeah, probably. Like, I mean, obviously it depends what cards you're talking about, but I think as a whole, yeah, probably, because there's they just get more and more rare and more scarce, and in a lot of cases, like really high exclusivity. The modern cards do look better for the most part, or on average, but there's a lot more of them. So yeah, I do think so. I think that's what will, when the hype dies down someday, the love for Vintage will be durable. Other questions here. Any thoughts on our friend Malamar? Yeah, let's take a look at this guy. I think I was like I'd just woken up and I saw that they announced this. Let's take a look at this young man together. Mega Malamar. Hey, everybody who's just joining now. We're doing some Q&A, and then we'll go back to giving away collections. We've given away 2. We've got 3 more to do. Mega Malamar. He's skinny boy, huh? What's the regular Malamar look like? Malamar. Yeah. Okay, so it gets more pencil-y. I guess it gets more pencil-y. It's kind of cool. Yeah, big brain for sure. Did he always have a big brain? No, he had tentacles and he became Megamind. Skinny pencil Megamind. The more I look at it, the more I hate it, to be honest with you. We'll see. We'll see how it grows on me. Are we at peak market in the short term? I do not think we are, Lee. I do not think we are. I honestly don't. Oh, for the Grail. What about a 4 swirled Neolugia and a 10? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the Neo, I mean, obviously a swirled up Neolugia Black Label or something like that. Sure. Of course, I would love to take it. Why is Scizor my favorite Pokemon? I don't think anyone's ever really asked this. We just sort of we just pick our favorites, and then so Scizor. Okay, so for one, I really liked Johto. I actually think Gen 2 might be my favorite gen, and so Scizor, of course, from Gen 2. There was a really cool episode in the anime where he fights Heracross that always like core memoried for me. But more than all of those things, and aside from him just being cool, when I was very into like Showdown VGC, I wasn't doing like tournaments, but when I was doing sort of like online competitive, I was in the like overused bracket for anyone who's familiar with Showdown. This was like 2008 to 2010 was really the peak of me playing this. And there was an era where Scizor was very, very strong. With power creep, Scizor is like pretty hard to make work in modern Pokemon competitively. But at the time, it was like only 4x weak to fire, resist a bunch of stuff. You could make them bulky. You could put Choice Band on them, and priority moves are really good in this era as well. So Bullet Punch with Technician as his ability. There's a lot of things you could do to just make him like this great revenge killer, where like you send Scizor in and you just blast the Bullet Punch and it's going to do like 40% plus damage to almost anything. And I just loved playing it. So I love the design. I love the sort of like the historical like nostalgia of him. And then as a teenager, I loved playing him sort of as my ace in competitive. So that's how it became my favorite. Are you late to the stream? You're absolutely not. I would say you're in the first third of the stream now. So yeah, we're gonna give a few more things away in just a second. Is this only live on YouTube? It is only live on YouTube. It is only live on YouTube. We have another vote for Scizor theme collection. Okay, fine. We'll do a Scizor theme collection. Let's get back to the collections. I'm gonna star a few more questions. We'll come back to them. Thank you for the questions. I'm doing what I can. Yes, we all hate Mega Malamar. I do see that. We don't love it. Okay, I'm gonna star a few more. Okay, so we had chosen food as our next theme, and we will also do Scizor. Why not? Coming out of my pocket, whatever. You know what? It's actually coming out of is these awesome people who have sent super chats, are essentially like donating to the cause here. So thank you, the folks that have done that. And another one, Blast Boost. Thanks for the suggestion on Dragon Scale. Nice plug. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, you like it more than Greater Guard. There you go. I didn't pay him to say it. He paid to say it. Thanks, Blast Boost. Yeah, I only partner with things I believe in. I have 3 sponsors. I've said no to probably 20, and I've said yes to 3 because I think they're good. So I know Derpy theme would be fun, but we can't be here all night, and I can't spend infinity monies. Let's do our food theme. And then we'll do Scizor collection and send it to yourself. I think I already have a lot of what's going to go into this collection. Okay. So actually, before I do the screen share, let me check on how we're doing on our submissions to the form. 321 responses. I will dedupe again. We will be very careful with everyone's personal information. You can tell I am being very cautious about this, hopefully. Lickitung and Shaved Ice. Let's rock and roll, y'all. Lickitung. And let's go best match, I guess. Wow. I think Lickitung's going to do a lot of food cards. This one. Yeah. Nice, Rian. Good call. Look at this. I mean, how is that not the perfect food card to start with? I feel like it is. It's a $10 card. It's definitely food. We will pay extra to buy from a confirmed seller. We are going to make sure these get to you. I will pay extra. I would pay the extra $1 every time to make sure you all get a good copy of these cards from a legitimate seller. What else for food? Mousehold 81. I think I know this one because maybe little known fact. My wife and I love Mousehold, and we collect some Mousehold cards. I don't know why it gave me Japanese. Maybe that's the number in Japanese. I think maybe that's what you intended. But yeah, this is a great card. I love this card. We definitely have to do this one. Oh, it's way more expensive in English. Wow. I actually can't believe how expensive it is in English. When did this happen? What is this? Yeah, this was a $10 card. Yo, 40. Okay. I mean, let's go Japanese. So, yeah, Prince Slap here. You nailed it. That's the suggestion. We are doing a near mint Japanese copy of this card, which is going to run us like $10. I'm going to pick our favorite. Okay, confirmed seller 100%. We'll ride with this one. Okay, we've got the Lickitung and the Mousehold. What else do we have for this food theme? Fido line, yes, for sure. Vanillish 190, yeah, Vanillish 190. Oh, yeah. This is so in the same vein as the Lickitung, huh? Like colorful. Oh, this one's great. Good suggestion, Vang. Let's grab this one. Okay. We've got 3 like $9 cards. We're doing good. Morpeko in the candy. I know exactly which one you're talking about. 206. Let's see. What do we think of this fella? It is $20. That's all right. Yeah, this is great. Wow, there's so many good food cards. It's gonna be hard, huh? It's gonna be tough. What do we think of this Morpeko? This is good, right? This Morpeko. I think this one's good. Gulpin. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of Gulpin. Yeah, that Gulpin should only be a few bucks, right? I mean, unless I've lost my mind. Yeah, this one's sick, right? Let's do this. This one, I like this. I like with these singles collections, this route of like having a couple $20 to $30 cards and then like a bunch of sub $10 cards. I think it's a fun way to get this. Yeah, Gulpin is still cheap. Gulpin's still cheap. Okay. Yeah, he's the one eating the, I think Stellar Crown, right? He's eating a cake. Stellar Crown. Look, your boy knows Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's still cheap. It is a little more expensive than I remember it being. This was like a $3 card. I mean, I guess I'm thinking of like November or something like that when this came out. Yeah, this was a $3 card for a long time, but six is good. Let's run Gulpin. We're definitely doing Gulpin. I saw a bunch of people say this one. I agree. I think you are all correct. Gulpin. Fuecoco Paldea. Okay. Fuecoco Paldea. Why am I not picturing this one? Is he in a cart? Ah, yes, he is. He is in a cart. Oh, look at the baby. This is a great, oh man, like some of the, it's so funny, you know, there's a connecting art, right? I think there's this one as a trio with his evolved forms. You don't really, sometimes you don't really pause and look at these cards closely until you're doing something like this. This is awesome. This is another $20-ish card. What do we think of this Fuecoco? I saw another vote for Fuecoco. What do we think of this? I will be starring questions as I see them so we can come back to them. We will be jumping back and forth between Q&A and building these collections. We're on food theme. What do we think of this Fuecoco? Awesome card. Yes, it is. Okay. Let's do this Fuecoco and then let's see. You know what? What if we go Japanese? Saves us a few dollars. Let's go Japanese on this one. That's going to save us like $7. That's room for like a whole other card. Let's check in on what we're at. We've got 6 cards right now. Gulpin. Mousehold in Japanese, right? Yes, Japanese to save the money. Fuecoco in Japanese. Lickitung in English. Vanillish. And more Pekko. We are doing so good. $80. Okay, let's pick one more. We're a little over budget. Let's pick like one more. Unless people have some like real cheap suggestions, we could fit a few more. The Chunk Obsidian, he's like on the floor, right? Yeah. So this one's a fun fact. This is what got my my friend James, not JT, who's in the chat right now, but my buddy James, who's a childhood friend of mine. You've seen him in some of my videos. This is the card that got him back into Pokemon because I was like, I was just getting back into it, and we went to a comic book and card shop in his neighborhood, and he's like, wow, I had no idea these Pokemon have full arts. And he had at the time 3 dogs, and he's like, this reminds me of my dog Stitch. And we left, and then he went back into the store to buy this card. I think it was $2 or something at the time, and he now has a massive collection. He's completely been bitten by the bug, like everyone in this chat, I'm sure, has. $5 this is a no-brainer. Okay, can we get one more around this price? Yeah, it reminds me of my pug. This is one of those cards that does elicit that feeling of like it reminds you of your dog or your dad or something. Milcereef Mabostiff. Oh, is he like he's getting a sandwich under the table from Arvin? Oh, he's not getting a sandwich. I don't know why I thought that. Does that happen in the anime? That's happened in the games, right? That happens in the games. This is close though. He's looking at the food. How much is this one? Oh, another $4 card. Nice call, JT. We like this one. I'm seeing a lot. Yeah, Miltank, Crown Zen. Okay. Let's toss this guy in because he's just a good young man. And then let's look at a Miltank, Crown Zenith. Why am I not immediately picturing this? Oh, nice. This is so a food card, and it is so $4. It's going in. Good shout. I think I saw, who was shouting this one out? Akayuki. I saw you shouting this one out a bunch. And a few other people I think were too, but great suggestion. Okay. I think we're in a good spot on our budget. We're at 9 cards. Okay, we are at $100. Let's call it there. Okay, I'm going to boot the screen share just for a second because I want to look at how we're doing on, and I don't want to give anyone's personal information away, even one bit. I have zero interest in doing that. We do have some dupes. I'm going to have to delete some dupes. Sorry, y'all. So it's a good time as I am stalling for time and deleting some of these duplicates. Please go ahead and ask some questions in the chat that you might want me to answer tonight, and I will come back and star them. And I will be deleting some of these dupes. And then we will pick our food winner. I think this is a great theme and a great collection. It's going to be really fun for someone to get. Let's see. I think I eliminated our dupes. It's looking good. We have 329 people who have responded. I think probably a little more than that over here now. 338. All right. Everyone's information is private. I'm going to pick a new number in the number wheel, and then I will share my screen. We're doing all right out there, right, chat? We're having fun. We're doing pretty good. Oh, I did not remove our last winner. Let me grab that. This guy, Carton that boy. Okay. So let's go back to screen share. I will star a few questions, some good questions. You look like you could be into custom keyboards. I am not. That's really funny. I don't know what makes you say that, but no. Okay. I'm going to, thank you for the questions. I'm starring all of them. Okay. Okay. I will just star anything that ends in a question mark and we'll come back to them. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay. Let's pick a winner for this food collection. It's going to be about 100 American dollar dues. 338 is the max. So if you were in at 338 or earlier, that's it. Spin to win. Who is winning this food collection? 243. That is our friend Sam Tran. Sam, are you out there? Sam, you win the food themed collection. So I'm going to, and you are based, well, you know what? Because we have Sam's actual name, that's their YouTube handle. I'm not going to say where you're based. So you know who you are if you're Sam. How many Sam Trans could have been out there? Congratulations, Sam. You won the food themed collection. So I'm going to go ahead and check out. TCGPlayer, of course, wants me to log back in before we do that. It's always something. Congrats, Sam. Oh man, people are keep picking themes. We got to go over to MISPRINT in a little bit. So let's finish this up for our friend Sam. And we will. Okay, people talked me into the Scizor theme. Y'all, I'm a total sucker. We're just gonna let's ride. Does anyone have anywhere to be? Or are we just doing this all night? I think we're doing this all night. Let's do a Scizor themed one. Let's do it on let's do it on MISPRINT though. Let's do it on MISPRINT and see what we can do. Let's see what should we do that one on MISPRINT? No, let's move to slabs after that. I'm changing my mind live. Let's do Scizor cards on TCGPlayer for a slightly lower budget if we can. We'll see where we land. And then we will go over to MISPRINT. Okay, it really wants me to re-enter this thing every single time. Sorry, y'all have to watch this, but this is the system I've chosen because it's otherwise, how am I going to make sure that we get the exact right cards? I don't want something to go out of stock, you know? Okay. Boom. All right. It's headed to Sam Tran. Congrats, Sam, on winning number 243, winning the food collection. That was a fun one. Everyone in the chat, you're doing a great job. You are doing such a great job calling out amazing cards for these themes. Let's do Scizor. Let's do Scizor and let me get rid of Sam's. We did already do that. Okay, cool. Again, if you haven't submitted the form yet, we're at 343. So people are still submitting. Please don't submit twice because then I have to like go dedupe it and I want it to be fair. We did get another dupe in there. I know some people filled it out a few days ago and they filled it out again, or I get it. Okay. We're doing Scizors, yeah? People are already calling them out. We love it. We love it. Yo, what's up, Alberto? This really is my younger brother's old roommate and good friend. Yes. I will come back to this question, Alberto, but thanks for being here. Okay. Scizor of the derpy variety. Are there any derpy Scizors? I have to think through that. I got where's my collection? Oh, my collection's upstairs. I could look at my Scizor collection. The blue Temporal Forces Scizor. Okay, let's share our screen because we don't have anyone's personal information up. And Scizor Temporal. Yeah, he's full art standing guy. This is one of the 2 cards I have signed the most for people who have come by my booth, which is always so fun when people come by specifically with a card like this and they want me to destroy it with my signature. Yeah, why not? Let's get it. Let's get the show on the road. You know, we got to keep it moving. Let's grab this Scizor. What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? Scizor, winner stamp rocket Scizor. I mean, okay. Let's see if this is a thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. The budget, this is going to eat up a lot of our budget for this collection. Again, we want to keep these collections like $65 to $100. I originally said 65 and I've completely caved and they've all been way more than 65, which is fine. We're having a good time together. Let's come back to this one, but this is a cool card and good shout, Ryan. What's up, bud? Scizor EX full art from Breakpoint. I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah, this one, right? Yes. Not the Mega. The Mega is kind of cool too, but this one is sick. This one is awesome. I remember picking this up at a card show. I'm sure it's in a buyer POV somewhere. I can't remember now which one. Let's see what happens if we get like LP. Do we save a lot? It kind of seems like we do. It seems like we save a ton. Boom. What do we think of this? This is cool, right? This card, Breakpoint Scizor. This guy's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm executive decision. We're going in. We're at like $20 so far. WotC Blackstar promo Scizor. So I think that Scizor, I think, is the oh no, you're talking about this one. You're talking about this one, not the Rocket Scizor. Yeah, this is an OG for sure. Funny enough, I have a few of these. I don't remember what this came from. It's $11. What do we think? I'm gonna hold on this one just because I know there's a lot of cool ones like Scizor Quapolis. Like, is there any way we could get this in budget? But it's a great suggestion, the Blackstar promo. Ooh, what happens if we go? How much is the reverse? I don't want to do heavily played. Do we have any MP? It's like $40. It's kind of cool. What about, and then non-hollow for this Aquapolis? This is one of my favorite Scizor cards, by the way. This is the one I said earlier. I was like, is it Aquapolis or Expedition? I'm not great with my e-reader history, but okay. 65 near mint for non-hollow. Interesting. And then hollow. Let's go back a bit. Okay. Is this the most efficient way you've ever seen someone hit backspace 1,000 times? Hollow rare is expensive. Okay, so we're not doing that for this collection. But what about the reverse in like mod? Maybe. Let's see. Is there a derpy Scizor? Because he's kind of fierce. I know. Scizor from Obsidian does feel like we should do Koro Scizor. What does that look like? Oh, yeah, it's the Japanese version. Okay, of the Blackstar promo. Nice. Cool. Okay. Gotcha. Starring questions as we go. The VMAX Rainbow, Dark Scizor, Obsidian Flames. Yeah. Yo, y'all have a lot of suggestions on Scizor. I love the love for my boy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm catching up to chat. Scizor Prime, I know. Undaunted Scizor, it is Scizor. Undaunted Scizor is like maybe the coolest. It's very cool. I know the e-reader is cool. I know Scizor's cool. This is, I mean, I think we've established this. Okay. I think the Undaunted is pretty inexpensive. Let's take a look. I think the regular hollow. Okay. Wow, it's a little more than I thought. Yeah, wow, it's climbed. Yeah, I bought this card around the end of last year, probably, and it was probably about that. It was probably around $10. So the near mint low list is a little high here. 15 on LP, and then verified sellers, MP, 20 MP for Undaunted Scizor. What do we think? Do we run it? This really is one of the coolest. I mean, look at this. Sick, right? I mean, this is one of the coolest for sure. Hi, what's going on? Hey, Christopher. We are bouncing between Q&A and building collections. We've built 3 themed collections, which is where I was going to stop. but the chat talked me into doing a Scizor themed one and then giving that away. So we're going to give away like 6 collections today, at least. That's just for starters. So we're building a collection of Scizor, which is my favorite Pokemon. Scizor Prime getting votes. Yeah, the Undaunted is cool. I know. Okay, let's do this one. And then Prime also has gotten more expensive. I've been saying for a while that Prime is a little bit slept on. LP is like 30. The IR, I feel like we have to get the IR, right? Let's look at this Lost Thunder one. I don't know that one right off the top of my head. Oh, this is a cool. Oh, look at this. This is sick. I actually don't even know if I have this card. I might have it in Japanese. Okay, so here's the deal. This is like a dollar card. So it's a beautiful suggestion, Brian. Thank you. It's like, yeah, $1, $2, $3, whatever. We're sending it. Boom. What else? Okay, yeah, the IR. We can't keep getting distracted from the truth here, which is that this Scizor, this one has to be in this collection. I mean, it's just a fact. He's got to be there. Look at that. He's an angry guy. Okay, very red card. Let's grab this. It's about the same price in English and Japanese, so we're just going to run English. Yeah, this one looks... can we do better? Yeah. Again, I will pay a little extra for the more reliable seller. Okay. Where are we? We're at 5 of these bad boys. 59. Okay, we can add like one. So we got 60. We're at $60. I'm down to get this one up a tiny bit higher. Do we have like one? Maybe we have one more, and then we can figure out if maybe we need to pull one out or something. We can always come back to that. Right? Let's just hang on. Let's take a look at what we got. We got this. This one's great. I mean, this XY breakpoint, and these, if I remember right, really nice texture. So this was a good shout. This Undaunted for sure. Cool, underrated. Obsidian kind of mandatory. Lost Thunder, this one's like $2 and very cool for $2. So it's going in. And this one's also like $2. So we're doing good. I mean, we're doing fine. So, okay, that's where we're at. I don't think any of these get out. The classic Neo, I know. Okay, so here's I do collect this. I think it's this one. Yes. I have this card in every art it has ever come in, I believe, in English and Japanese. Let's take a look. This is the non-holo version. What if we go like LP? Pretty cheap LP for non-holo. And then what if we go holo? What's that going to look like if we go like MP? That's actually not bad. I kind of like this one. This is definitely one of my favorites. Somebody asked, yeah, just the US. Does the giveaway apply? Yeah, sorry. So right now, the giveaway for this one, we're just doing US. Just because I have to fill out a whole form and tariffs are doing things. And yeah, I'm just keeping it to US for the giveaway this time. But maybe in the future, I'll just have a budget for folks that are like, maybe I'll have a separate sign up form for international. And you can just win money that you promised to buy Pokemon cards with. That would be how I would probably do that. Because honestly, the hassle of... Anyway, sorry. I know there's international viewers and I love you equally, but it is... I am in the US and it's hard to ship. So, okay. The Baby Shiny from Paldean Fates is a good suggestion too. I think that that one's probably inexpensive. So what do we think of... Do we go holo or non-holo on Neo? Holo or non-holo on Neo? Let me know. Thanks for understanding, Jello. I appreciate you checking in from, I think you said Canada. It's always humbling to hear there's people watching from all over the world. A lot of votes for holo. Yeah, we go MP holo. Okay. Let's do it. I agree. I'm with you. Boom. Okay. We're probably at like about $100 now. Hey, from Australia. What's up, man? What's up, mate? Okay, 86. I think we're in a perfect spot. Let's go ahead and look at our list of respondents. We are at 356 respondents. Sorry, yep. See, this is why I'm going to remove the screen share. We're going to be really careful with people's personal information. I'm going to double check that there are no dupes, and there sure are. We just can't help ourselves. Everyone's submitting. Not everyone. Some people are. Every time I check, I should say, someone has submitted a couple times. We are going to get rid of the dupes, so it is fair. I've seen one of these. This is like the third time I've seen that one. So if you've submitted the form more than once, please stop. If you know that you have. Who's going to win our Scizor collection? I think we've got everyone down. We are at 367. I think I can safely grab this one. Please don't let me win this one. Why? You would be sad to win this collection of Scizors? That's funny. You tell me why, Rebecca. Okay. 368 is where we're cutting it off. Okay. 368. Spin. Who's winning? A bunch of Scizors. Do we need to be in the chat to win? You absolutely do not. You just need to fill out the form, because I know people can't always hang out here for hours. You just have to fill out the form a single time, and that's it. It'd be great if you could be here with the chat, but you don't have to win if you filled out the form. 304. Mr. B BTW. Mr. B BTW. Congratulations. You're getting a bunch of Scizor cards. Very, very lucky you. Mr. B BTW is in Pennsylvania. So let's go ahead and do our checkout for Mr. B BTW. Oh, hey, he's there. What's up? Congrats. You win. So I'm going to very carefully handle your personal information that you've trusted me with. And I'm going to check out on TCGPlayer, and then you will, in some business days, receive a bunch of Scizor cards. Courtesy of us, courtesy of this group, dare I say the community. Mr. B is going to be your full name in TCGPlayer. All right, y'all. We're going to move over to MISPRINT next. MISPRINT has given me a couple $100 to buy stuff on their platform. And they just added singles. I also have, so every time you use my code on MISPRINT, you get, I get $5, and I get that $5 as MISPRINT credit, and we might just use some of that for this today. We'll see how we're feeling. All right, we are all set for our friend in Pennsylvania. Congratulations on the Scizor collection. I am going to, again, very carefully handle everyone's personal information, and then I will be deleting all of this after, by the way. Okay, congrats on the wins. Okay, we've given away 4 collections so far. So, yes, Knack McFeagle, I agree. MISPRINT is very cool for different price options. I think on desktop, it's got like population reports for PSA graded cards as well. So very cool. That's it on TCGPlayer singles. So we are going to move over to, let's do a little Q&A. Let's do a little Q&A. Yeah, let's do a little Q&A. And then we'll go to MISPRINT and do our slab collections. And I'd set a $100 budget for slabs there. Maybe we up it. Maybe we do 150. And it's because it's slabs, and now it has singles. They're brand new to singles. I said this at the beginning. MISPRINT just added singles to their website. So they knew that they would not have as much as TCGPlayer currently has. And so they said, go ahead and do the giveaways on TCGPlayer anyway. And they sent me money to do that. So very cool of them to basically let us use their money on essentially a competitor in some ways. But yeah, we'll get over to MISPRINT in just a second. So let's do some questions. I have seen this question come through a bunch. My friend Slam here, I think you were asking the same question in the midweek Machamps, and we just didn't get around to it. We always get a lot of questions, and they're all made equal for the most part, but it is hard to get to some of these. And so I will try to be quick on this one. For those in, okay, so as a new vendor, how do we know when it makes sense to switch from a hobby to an LLC or a business? I can't find guidance anywhere on this. So the decision for me was 2 things. One was it was clear that I was making enough money from Pokemon generally, that's content and selling cards, such that I wanted to do two things. One, take advantage of some of the tax advantages of having something be a business. There are things that I can make tax deductible, which does not make them free, but it does often make them about 30% cheaper, depending on the state that you're in. At least in California, a lot of things when they're tax deductible to an LLC roughly works out, this oversimplification, to something like 30% cheaper. I'm not a tax advisor. This was part of my decision making though. So like if I need to buy something for vending material, I have a business credit card that I opened up. I have a business bank account that is tied to. So for tax reasons is one thing. It just became enough money. And for me, that was probably like, if you're making over $10,000 a year, that's about the level at which I think PayPal will send you a tax form. So again, just to keep things as above board as I can, that was one piece. And then the second reason, the second reason I did the LLC is when my collection and my inventory from a value standpoint started increasing to a level that I would be nervous if something happened to it, i.e., I'm a content creator, I say something that someone sues me for, I want them to sue the LLC. And I don't think this will ever happen, by the way, because I don't think I'm that controversial person. As a policy, I don't speak badly about other people on social media. So I don't think this is something I will run into. But let's say I'm on a stream and I say something and someone decides they're going to sue me for defamation or whatever. I don't want them to sue me and my wife for everything we own, right? We have a house and we have, there's a lot of things that if it's under the LLC, they can sort of like sue me as a business entity, but me as a business entity, like who I am on when I'm vending, selling things online, or when I'm creating content, is a distinct entity from me and my wife as human beings. So that was the main decision. Creating LLC, relatively easy, at least in the state of California. One thing though to note is that you can dox yourself because you need to give your name and an address and stuff. So I used a PO box, and there's like people you can pay to have them use their name. I forget what it's called. I think it's called Agent. Not an expert in this stuff. I'm fairly new to it actually, but yeah, that's the answer to that question, Slam. Hopefully that helps. Let's see. How accurate? So Blast Boost, what's up, man? Thank you again for all the super chats. How accurate is the MISPRINT app? I added all my Blastoise graded cards. So it shows, so it should update in real time. It should update in real time based on solds. If there's a really low number like that, maybe there aren't recent solds. So when you say it's around a 5 to 6K card, maybe there aren't recent solds, but it's pricing things in much the same way that like a lot of the other apps that aggregate price things, which is average of solds from public places like eBay. If you're starting over from scratch, what's one big tip you would give yourself? Thanks for the question, Ben. I have two thoughts that came to mind. The first one is super niche and dumb and not that insightful, which is that when you put the stickers on cards, when you put the little price stickers on cards for slabs, you should put them in the upper right corner so that you can see the grade when you overlap your slabs in your case. And for singles, you should do them on the other side on the left so that you can see the names of Pokemon when you're laying out your singles. So that's just a funny little pro tip that messed me up a little bit the first time I was vending. So that's a dumb one. And then a less dumb one, I actually literally this morning got collector's insurance, and right before the stream moved a lot of my stuff into a storage unit. I probably should have tried harder to get collector's insurance a little bit earlier on in this process, because you're moving things around when you're vending. The value of things just goes up while it sits in your house or wherever it's sitting. So I would probably have jumped on that a little bit harder. I gave up a little early because I live in California, and California is prone to wildfires. And so insurers don't really like insuring tens of thousands of dollars of collectibles in a house that's like in a wildfire zone. So my homeowner's insurance was like not that chill about it. Some insurers require you to like appraise every item, which is like imagine appraising hundreds of cards or boxes or whatever, and then maintaining the value. I don't know. Anyway, I wish I'd done that sooner. I have no affiliation with this company. I literally think it's called like Collectible Insurance Services or Collectors Insurance Services. But somebody suggested it to me on Instagram and said that they had to actually submit a claim once because things got stolen, and they handled it. So yeah, there you go. What else? Alberto. Okay, we'll go back to my my younger brother's old roommate and good friend Alberto. What's up, man? I hope you're still here for this answer. I did start a Pokemon channel. Thanks for watching the content. How much money worth of inventory would I recommend to start selling at card shows? Start with whatever you're comfortable with is the generic answer. My prescriptive answer would be that it would not be super worth it financially to have less than $2,000 of inventory. I think if you can do 5 to 10,000, that's great. A lot of people do 5 or start with 5. I mean, I've talked to a lot of young people who are right around 5 and they're like, yeah, I sold half of it. It's great for them. So if it's just a hobby for you and you're on a limited budget, I'd say between 2 and 5K. If you want to take vending a little more seriously, go 5 to 10K. And then as you get more comfortable, a lot of the vendors that are regulars in your card show scene, but aren't like big shot, famous full-time vendor types, they probably have $30,000 to $60,000 of inventory at any given time on average. And that's just an average. Okay. What is my least favorite Pokemon? I might have to come back to this one. There are some pretty rough ones. What are some of the new, like, let me see, Gen 9. Some of the new Pokemon just don't do it for me. Let me look at some images of like some of the latest gens. There are some awesome, I mean, Finizen and Palafin are a dolphin. I know Seal's a seal, but like we already that's already trodden ground. There are some good designs in here. Mousehold rules. Is there any others in the recent gen that I just don't love? Honestly, probably what it's going to come back to for me is like some of the fish Pokemon that just straight up look like a fish. I think those are probably among the less inspired designs. I don't super love like Raging Bolt, like some of the ones that like the I forget what they're called right now, the old school boys, back in time boys with the long necks. They just the same Pokemon with a long neck. I think they could do better. We'll do like a couple more questions and then we'll get back into buying collections on Misprint and giving them away. Do I prefer collecting singles or graded cards? I personally strongly prefer collecting singles. I do have some graded cards, but I think I have like between 10 and 20 graded cards in my personal collection. And I have way more than that in a binder. I really, really like collecting things in a binder. If I could change one thing about the current state of Pokemon, what would that be? I mean, this one is such low-hanging fruit. It is so obviously to me, people who are strictly treating it as a money thing, the people who are waiting in line and getting into fights overnight and stealing whatever, taking pallets from Sam's Club and botting the Pokemon Center and then like bragging about it in Discords. Those people are of such a different breed than the folks who are vending and have a passion for it and are buying and selling on small margins and stuff. The people who are trying to make $100, sleeping overnight to make like $60 so that you could take prismatic from a child's hands in line at a Costco or whatever. Those people are extremely cringe, really bad for the hobby. Really bad for the hobby. Okay. Why do I have my calculator on scientific mode? Because sometimes I like to do brackets and add things up, and then I like to look at the history. It's just how I always have it. Okay, I'm gonna star a few more questions. If you grow your beard and mustache, would you be as handsome as me? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I'm certainly much uglier with no beard and mustache. I'll tell you that much for free. Okay. Yes, Paradox Pokemon. That is what they were called. Thank you, chat. Okay. Should we keep building collections? We'll come back to some of these questions in a little bit. Thanks for hanging out. There's no getting handsome as that. Y'all are, come on. All right, fine. This is how you butter me up to just get like unlimited giveaways. Okay, let's get into Misprint. So the way Misprint works is they have things that are for sale on Misprint. It is also a live bid ask marketplace. So that means sometimes there will be things that aren't for sale, but you can like place a standing bid. And if someone shows up and sees that there's a standing bid for a certain value and they have that card to sell, they could then list it. So not everything that we're going to call out here is going to be available immediately or in the grade that we want. And I'm not going to do standing bids. So we're going to do our best just to find things that are already currently listed. And yeah, we'll have fun with it. And MISPRINT has been, yeah, thanks Grant for the shout. Yeah, MISPRINT. It really is a good app. Y'all, and I said this earlier, I have 3 sponsors for the channel. I've said no to 20 of them, probably. I'm estimating like 20. I say no way more than I say yes. And I've only picked ones that I actually believe in, and they're doing good things for the hobby. So MISPRINT, yeah, they're yeah, legit. It's a good app. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah. Exactly. Not a shill. There you go. Thank you. Yes, I'm not paying any of these people. Yeah, MISPRINT is new. Y Combinator backed. Eva's, if you know, if you watch Eva's Binder on YouTube, I think she's like 10K plus-ish subs channel. It's her company. She's the CEO of this company. Okay. Let's call out some themes. So MISPRINT does now, as a reminder, MISPRINT historically slabs and sealed. So we're not going to have as much mileage. We're not going to be able to pick like 9 things probably in the same way here. And the singles, they just added, like literally in the last few days, they went live. So again, they knew that they weren't going to have a ton of singles, and they gave us a few $100s to spend on TCGPlayer anyway, because they're about that life. They're about the community. Let's call out some themes. Does MISPRINT have tag teams? Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. They have tag teams. PSA 1s. I kind of don't hate PSA 1s because maybe we can get a few different slabs in here. Pikachu. It's Pikachu themed. Cards with Pokemon in the background. JT. I like it. What are those? People call those cameos. I had someone come to my table at West Coast Card Show, and they were looking for Wooper cameo cards. And I was like, I could immediately think of multiple cards where Wooper was like in the foreground or the background. So this one's pretty good in the background. Sleepy, Mark, we did Sleepy was the first theme we chose today. So we're not going to revisit that. I do love that theme though. Music theme, alien theme, underwater, low grade reverse stamps, cameo theme. Yeah, we're getting some votes for cameo theme. PSA 1s. Okay, we are going to do we're going to do 2 of these probably. Let me get some water. I haven't had water in 2 hours. Yukamori. I actually do kind of like the artist idea too. If I remember right, Yukamori, does she do the clay ones or the crochet looking ones or both? But very distinctive for sure. Cameos, Pokemon or trainers. Yeah, we're getting a lot of votes for cameo. We're getting some. Yeah, Derpy is a great. We did. Yeah, Clay. Yeah, thank you. Yes, that's right, Clay. Yeah, Yukamori, legit. Okay. Let's do. We're gonna do at least 2 of these, right? So let's do cameos. Let's do Pokemon cards with a specific Pokemon in the background. Let's start calling these out. And again, the way MISPRINT works, it's like, bid ask marketplace. They might not have every single thing we put in there actively for sale. We're going to do what we can. So Hoopa, which Hoopa? Suing Lilligant for cameos. Okay. Yeah, let's do cameos. We're doing cameos. We're picking cameos. Hisuian Lilligant. Is it two L's? This one might be niche. Do we have it here? Hisuian Lilligant. Oh, I don't know why the image broke there. Oh, dang, the image broke on some of... Is this on my end or your end, y'all? Are we going to come back to... Okay, let's look up Hisuian Lilligant. I checked MISPRINT right before this, and the... What's the number on Hisuian Lilligant? Oh, is it this one? Oh, yeah, it's got like... Oh, this one's a good suggestion. No image. Okay, we can come back to... Okay. So something broke on MISPRINT's end with the images. That's unfortunate timing. I promise you the MISPRINT images normally work. I checked it right before we got in here. So, okay. Then, you know what we'll do? Is we'll pivot. We will continue to do this from either. Should we do this from TCGPlayer? Should we do this by, let's see, how hard is this going to be without the images? The number on this card is 163, right? 163. Okay, 163. Yeah, is it working in the app? The images are bugged. Okay, good to know. Yep. This is how it goes when you're building technology. I work in tech. Is it even a product demo unless something breaks during the product demo? So you can see here, there's somebody's bid 59. So this is that bid ask marketplace. Somebody's saying I would pay 59 for it, but there's nothing listed currently. That's just how that works. Yeah. Okay. Do I have to be in the stream to win? You don't have to be in the stream to win. You just have to submit on the, eBay. eBay is an option. Yeah. Maybe we pivot to eBay, and maybe I'll do another stream with MISPRINT when we got the images, or we'll just see if they come back. It's unfortunate timing, but it was working earlier. Is it working in the app? Yeah, we can do eBay. All good. Yeah, live demos. Yeah, anyone in sales, Bob. I'm assuming you've done live demos before. Literally, it's 100% chance. It's the law. I see people are downloading the app and enjoying it, so I'm assuming maybe the app is working. I did try a hard refresh. I did do that. And other people were saying that they were having image issues too. Oh, it's happening in the app too. Okay, so wasn't happening an hour and a half ago. Let's go eBay. So let me kill the screen share so I don't dox myself on eBay, but I do want to give away some slabs today. So it's all good. Let me make sure I'm not going to dox myself. Am I going to dox myself if I do this? I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay as long as we bounce in and out of the screen share. Okay. Let's do Hisuian Lilligant. PSA what? PSA 10? How much is this card in a 10? Okay. That's in budget. We'll call this in budget. What do we think? Do we like this one for Paldean Gardener with the Whooper? Paldean Gardener with the Whooper and Pachirisu. Let's look at this. Is that what it's called? Paldean Gardener? Oh, you mean Gardevoir? Yeah. Okay. I was like, Paldean Gardener. Yeah. Paldean Gardevoir. Yeah. In a slab though, that's going to be expensive, right? This one, Paldean Fates. Yeah, this is great. It does have let's go bin. Yeah, it's going to be hard to fit this into a collection for a slab. Detective Pikachu? Which Detective Pikachu? The Growlithe? I love this card. Wow, is that how much these are in a PSA 10? Giving away slabs is going to be hard. Cinchino, 183. Cinchino, 183. Let's see if someone's got a scan. Hey, this is a good suggestion. Price range looks good. Ooh, look at these cameos. Meryl, Skitty. I think that's a substitute. There's a Mr. Mime in the back. Look at that. What is he doing? Spooky boy. Okay, what do we think of this card? Yeah, I know it's going to be like one slab. Whatever. We'll give. Yeah, we'll do what we can with giving cards away, y'all. I saw our Grusha's Glaceon in the window. Yeah, for sure. We like this one. Yeah, Japanese might be cheaper. Yeah, this one's cute. Yeah, great one. Okay. Let's add to cart. Am I going to dox myself? No. Okay. Okay. Can we the PSA 1 of something? PSA 1 Glaceon, Grusha. Okay, let's see what happens with like a low grade Grusha. Or we could do a card. We could just do the card. We could do a slab and a single for this one. Yeah, that's going to put us in a good spot. Let's do that. Actually, PSA 10, not bad. Is that the low? Am I sorted by? Let's go bin. Let's go lowest. Yeah, 9s is another option, but 9 is going to be, the thing with 9s is it's going to be just sort of like then you just got a slab of you might as well just get the raw card, right? Unless somebody just really, really wants a slab. But okay. Yeah. This one has, hang on. What does this one have? Can I get a better, let's see. Oh, this one has like the, what are those, Starlies? Is this the Grusha we were talking about? Top right? Oh, yay. Thanks, Pokebender. Yeah, so everyone, I was like, what? There's a Glaceon in this card? No way. Look at that. Nice. Love it. Let's send it. There we go. That's going to be our collection. It's going to be 2 cameo. Do we have one more cheap? Let's do one more cheap single. One more cheap single. Help me out. What's going on here? We are building collections based on a theme, and the theme right now is cards with Pokemon cameoing in them. Pikachu 151, Cricketune. Oh, I think this is an inexpensive card. Cricketune. And then we're going to give them away, just to be clear. We've given away 4 collections so far. And we're going to try to give away at least 6. Cricketune. Oh, yeah. He's like singing or dancing. Yeah. Oh, look how many. Look how many Mons are making a cameo on this one. This one's good. Okay. Let's send it. Boom. This is our collection. Okay, so let me do it this way. Because I have my own shipping address set up in eBay, I'm going to keep those in the cart. We're going to pick the winner, and then after the stream, I will do the logistics of, so you don't have to watch me put that person's information in, but I will take note of who won it. Okay, so let's see where we're at on the form submissions. Let's make sure no one submitted dupes. Oh, yep, we got some dupes. I get to delete some dupes again. We've got 300 and almost like 400 responses here. And yeah, why not start? We could start voting on the next theme, Pokemon holding weapons. We could start voting for the next theme here. Let's see. Sorry, I'm deleting dupes. Okay. We've got 404 names in here. Beautiful. 404 names. Okay. How do we enter, Rocket? You just submit, you fill out one of the forms. We got 405 in there now. You submit the form that's linked in the description. I think it's been shared in the chat a couple times as well, but it should be in the video description on YouTube. You just put your information in there one time, exactly one time, and then that's it. You enter. We've got 406. Okay, we're gonna stop there. Oh, 407. Okay, people are actively doing this right now. Okay, let me make sure I am not going to give anyone's personal information away, and then we will run it. Okay, I think we're looking good. I'm going to share my screen. And we said, okay, 408. 408. Spin. Who's going to win? 408 names. Who's getting? We've got the PSA 10 Cinccino. This is the cameo theme. We've got the Grusha. And we have the Cricketune. 406. Somebody who just went in. Oh my gosh. 406. Saka Vargas. So you're probably here. I'm assuming you're here. Vargas, Saka Vargas, are you here? You're probably here. Congratulations. You win this one. So again, because we're choosing eBay for this, because MISPRINT, while they have generously sponsored this stream, they are having a broken image problem right now, unfortunately, which I've never seen on their app. That is the way of the product demo. I'm going to write down, here we go, get a little note. I'm going to write down Saka. Congrats to Saka Vargas. Is Saka Vargas? Oh, he mistyped your name. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. As long as you didn't mistype your shipping address, it doesn't matter. Congratulations. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy the cameo collection. And I'm going to make a note here, cameo collection. And again, I'm not going to do the checkout right now like I did with the other ones. I'm not going to do those live. I will do it afterwards. So I do not accidentally, I just feel like you're going to see my my home address and my credit card information, all kinds of stuff. So we'll do it right after. So congratulations. Let's do one more. Should we do this one? Do we want to just do singles? Do we want to do slabs? Like, do we want to do eBay again? Do we go back to TCGPlayer and do one more with cards with connected art? Do we want to do trainers, trainer gallery? What do we think? Reflections. Wow. That's a deep cut. Single people are voting for okay, slabs, singles, hot singles. Okay. Let's run it. Let's do singles. I like it. Yeah, let's do one more on TCGPlayer. Let's call it singles. Trainers, trainer gallery. Fat Pokemon trainer gallery. We're getting a lot of votes for trainer gallery. I mean, you can definitely build a good collection. Hot singles in our area. Indeed, Christopher. Fat food. We already did food Pokebender. We did do food as a theme. It was a great theme. It was a really fun one. I think that was our third one. Can I go over what giveaways we did and who won? Yeah, what's up, Radish? What did we do, chat? Help me out here. We've done 5 now. We did Spooky. What was the first one? We did Sleepy. We did Sleepy first, then we did Spooky. Then we did Food. Then we did Scizor. And then we just did cameo cards. And we went over to eBay for that. Those are the ones that we've done so far. Let's do one more. Let's pick it. And then I will do a little Q&A just to mix it up. And then we'll do our last one and end on more Q&A. And we'll call it a night. Thank you. Yeah, Rand's on top of it. Cute cards under 10. Okay. Pink. Oh, people like pink. Is pink winning? But pink. Okay, so some options here. We had pink. We had trainers, trainer gallery, and fat. Pink. People are voting pink. You know what? We did Spooky. We did Spooky. Let's do pink. Let's do kind of the opposite of Spooky. Let's do pink. All right. Again, if you're just joining the stream right now, what's up? We've been hanging for an hour and a half or so now, and it's been really fun. We're building collections together based on these different themes. We're trying to hit like $60 to $100, and then we're picking a winner through the wheel randomly, and then we're sending it to them. Pink wins. Let's do pink. Let's start calling out pink cards. What do y'all think? Sylveon, I think Sylveon's my favorite evolution. And I don't even know why. I just think it's a great design. And I don't normally go for like super pink girly designs like this, but Sylveon is awesome. Sylveon VMAX. 65 $1 singles. Yeah, you know what? For pink, let's see how many cards we can fit into like a $80 budget or something like that. Okay, but people are calling out stuff that is definitely not $1. Yes, Mew is pink. Blissey V is cool. I think Chilling Rain, right? Cleffa has a cute illustration rare, I think, in Obsidian Flames, but the card is not predominantly pink. Cleffa certainly is. Ooh, look at this Skyridge Eerie. Yo. What do we think of this Cleffa? What did we think of this Cleffa? Yeah. This kind of rules. Let's see how we're doing on cost here. LP. Okay, not a lot listed. Slightly rare card. Near mint. 19 LP. Okay, let's run it. $14 LP. Let's go. Let's keep going. Not super pink, but acceptable. Yeah, I hear ya. We could do more. We could do more. That's true. Ditto 154. Someone asked, Justin, if you missed the MISPRINT demo. You didn't. Unfortunately, MISPRINT has a broken images situation on their website right now, which wasn't happening right before the stream. So such is the way of the world in doing a product demo. is it will always go wrong. So they doesn't change that they're a great app. They still sponsored hundreds of dollars of giveaways for this stream. But that is why we are back in TCGPlayer here. Flamigo. So the Ditto 154. Was there 154? Was that did I misread that? 154 out of 214. Ditto 154 out of 214. Oh, Lost Thunder. Why didn't that come up in TCGPlayer? Oh, look at that boy. That's a pretty good card. Why didn't that come up? Let's try Lost Thunder. Yeah, look at this guy. He's pretty pink. He's pretty pink. Let's keep it in mind. Let's keep it in mind. I like it. Lileep 145. I'm picking these, by the way. I'm just doing things as I see them. So there's no like favoritism or anything happening. Lileep. Oh, this is quite pink. What do you think? Rian, you got to tell me if this is pink enough. Does this pass the test? What do we think? I think it's pretty pink. Yeah. And it is an inexpensive card. I do kind of like the idea of like how many can we get in this collection. We've peaked at like 9 on some of the other collections. Like it's been pretty easy to get about 9 awesome cards to fit under about $100, but I don't know if we can beat that. Sometimes it's 67. No. Okay. TCGPlayer search function kind of drives me nuts. Not as bad though as PSAs. If anyone's ever submitted cards to PSA. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this little guy. It's pretty pink. So this is a Rocket, probably. If we just put in Rocket, then it's gonna, yeah, this guy. See, why doesn't it? What were we doing wrong there? But okay. Yeah. Oh, and he's sleepy as a bonus. And he's cheap as a double bonus. Let's ride. Yep, go. Boom. Okay, what else? Milcery 152. Fun fact, I am red-green colorblind. So identifying how pink something is not exactly like my specialty. I wouldn't put it on a resume as a strength. I do know what pink looks like, but sometimes pink has some red in it, I think by definition. This is pretty pink, is it not? And it's like $7. We doing it? We already have the seller in the cart. Let's go. Very pink. Enamorous. Enamorous. 180. What's up, Hella Loot? Good to see you. Oh my gosh. I mean, could it be any pinker? Is there a pinker card than this in the Pokemon TCG? Let's grab it. I mean, it's such a no-brainer, right? I mean, it's obviously we're doing that one. Yeah, we love seller and cart. Yeah, it's always nice. Emolga. Yeah, I know which one this is. I'm wondering, a lot of Radiant Collection cards are not inexpensive. What happens if we go like mod play? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna eat up a good chunk of our budget. But we can still, we can play ball. Doesn't mean we can't do this, but we're not gonna hit our like 10 card goal on this one. What do we think of this Emolga card? It is definitely very pink. I like it. I think we keep this in mind. It's a great suggestion. It's definitely pink and it's definitely cute. It does eat a little. Well, it's just a budget thing. I would do it if it was like a few bucks cheaper. Let's see. Tink-a-tink. It does feel like we need something from this line, right? Tink-a-ton, tink-a-tink. Look at this. I mean, listen, I just got done saying I'm not exactly a professional identifier of colors that have red and green in them. It's kind of purple-ish, right? I mean, like, but it is pink. It's pink here. It's definitely pretty pink. It's quite pink. What do we think of Tink-a-Tink 216? Tink-a-Tink 216. Flamigo is indeed a pink Pokemon for sure. Mew, yeah, this Tink-a-Tink, we like it. Yeah, let's see how much it is. Minty fresh. If you save a few bucks on the Japanese version, but not a lot. Not a lot. Okay, let's send it for now, and then we can revisit what we've got, and then we can decide. It's $10 on this one. Flamigo. I saw. Yeah, I mean, Flamigo is obviously pink. Yeah. What do you think? What do we think? Chansey, Twilight Masquerade, last one. This, I mean, okay, hang on. I think we send this one, right? Yeah. Chansey, Twilight. Yeah. It's like running through Pokemon Center, I think. Yeah. Okay, I mean, Chansey's pink. Is this even the pinkest Chansey card? I bet it's not. It might be the only IR, though. Oh, look at Happiny. I like forgot Happiny exists, TBH. Okay, Chansey, Twilight, Blissey, Full Art. What do we think? We need, yeah, everyone agrees on Flamigo. Blissey, Lily's Clefairy, Blissey. Okay, let's look at I think the Blissey V is Chilling Rain. This one, I'm sure, is I have to imagine. Well, oh, there is this Trainer Gallery one from Silver Tempest. And then there's this. This one's textured, though. This is the alt art. What do we think? This is going to eat like what's left over budget. It's like this or the Emolga. What do we think? We love this. Yeah. This is a great card. And it does, I don't know if anything else we've got has texture. Let's see, how cheap is the Milcery? I did see a lot of that suggestion. Milcery. Oh, wait, did we add this already? Hang on, let's go back. Enamorous, the pinkest card of all time. Slowpoke. It's pink. I mean, it's definitely, he's pink. Cleffa, I mean, Skyra, just get an e-reader in there. Flamigo, it's super pink. Tinkatink, very pink. Lileep, it's the pinkest card of all time. Yeah, we got the Milcery in there. Okay, Milcery's already in there. People are voting Emolga. Clearly voting Emolga. Okay, it's kind of like runaway with the Emolga. Execute is super pink. The 191. Ooh, good call. See, JT knows ball. JT knows ball. What do we? It is very pink. How much is this one? Yo, it's like $5. Okay, Mesprit. Okay, well, look at Mesprit. I saw Mesprit come through a lot. We haven't done a Sylveon yet. Oh no, what are we doing? This one, right? Yeah, like Sunset going on. It's like $9 hairs. People like the Execute. Yeah, I know. It's a sleeper. The Execute is a sleeper pink card. Let's go back to this. What do we do here? What do we do? Hang on. What are we at value-wise? You know what I might just do? Would we rather just like win more times and have slightly smaller collections? Like, should we or do we want like a Grand Slam one? Like, do we want to just call it a night and do like $150 one? Do we want to do like a few more $50 ones? Y'all can vote. I'm really actually asking. Because we're at $50 on this one. More chances to win. I kind of feel like we're having fun. Okay, Akayuki says, go for a big one, go for a small one, go for 150. Okay. What are we even at? How much money have I spent, y'all? Okay. Does it even matter? Does it even matter? Let's do this because we have so many good pink cards. Let's do 2 small pink ones, and then we will do like the Grail one. We'll just figure out what that is. Maybe it's a slab from eBay. Like we'll just vote on, or it's a big collection or something like that. Let's do that. Okay. So we'll do more pink. We'll do more pink. So there's a lot of good suggestions. I think we're going to stop around here. You know what I might do? I might just, he's so cheap though. I might drop the clef. I do love this clefa. I'm going to drop the clefa and then let's do more winners first. So, okay. Yeah, let's run it. I'm making the decision. We're going to do a few more small, like another small pink one after this. And then we're going to do the big one. And then we'll have given away like 8. I came in here. I was like, we're going to give away 5 collections. And it's going to be $1,000, 8 collections, whatever. Who cares? It's all good. Okay. I'm going to, we can always revisit. I know the clef was cool. We can always revisit that for the second pink collection because we have so many good ones for this pink one. And we didn't get Sylveon in it, which I think is basically a crime. So, okay. I'm killing the screen share so I can look at our responses and be very careful with everyone's personal information. I'm checking if there are any duplicates, and amazingly, there might not be this time. There isn't. Thank you for everyone for not submitting. Fun time. We're having fun. Good. Me too. You all. W chat. Okay. Let's do it. How many numberoos? 431 if you just got in. 431. 432. Okay, we're cutting it at 432. 432. 432. Okay, let's go over here. And I will share my screen again. 432 is the limit. We're going to spin. And someone's winning a smaller collection of pink cards, but it's still kind of iconic. And then we're going to just keep rolling with pink cards. Okay. Okay. 151. Wow. 151. It's such an iconic number in the franchise. Who is number 151? Who is our lucky 151? Chris L 6382. Chris L 6382. Are we here, Chris? If it's not, it's okay. You can still win. You can watch this on replay later. So I'm once again going to boot the screen share so we don't give away Chris's information. Chris L 6382. Good job. Congrats, Chris. I'm going to put this in. You're from near where I grew up, interestingly. I will not say more than that because I'm trying to be so respectful of everyone's information that they have trusted me with. Okay. Congratulations. 151 is a pink Pokemon. Let's get our friend Chris. I actually like fully going to check out here. Chris, what was it? Chris L. Okay. So let's go. Yes, I don't have the screen share up. Okay. Almost gave myself a tiny heart attack. Typing without saying out loud what I'm typing. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. It's been fun. Thanks for being part of the journey. 25K plus subs is wild. So Chris is getting shipped a bunch of pink cards. And I'm going to keep doing pink cards. Okay. Chris is all set. I'm going to remove Chris's cell from this. Hide everyone's shipping personal info. And let's keep building. Yes. Oh my gosh. We're all in a journey together. Let's build another pink collection, another similar price one, like $35 to $50. So we didn't get Sylveon. We booted the whatever it was, Cleffa. We haven't done a Mew. Mew 151. Okay. Let me I'm making sure I am not going to show any information. Okay, we are not. Cool. Let's go back to TCGPlayer and build more pink collections. Mew 151. Mew 151 out of 165. I wonder how many times it comes up as 151. Oh, this one, just this like This is like yeah, it's just from 151. Is this the one we're talking about? This Mew? I guess it is pink. Oh, we do want to revisit the Emolga, maybe? What do we think? Generations Mew promo? Ooh. I think I know exactly. I think I know the one you're talking about. If anyone happens to have the number, there's probably a lot of Mew promos. Is this going to narrow it down at all? The Rumble one is funny, but very $200. Generations. Which one is that? I feel like I was picturing it, but okay. Maybe we get the number for that one. Milcery. Is this the same Milcery? Are we going to look at this for the third time? I think that one might have already been suggested, and the last winner got it. Yep. That went into the last one. Okay, Emolga. Okay. Hang on. So let's get this Radiant Emolga. Okay, hit caps lock. MP we can do at 29.90. Okay. Do we want to add? Let's add like a couple smaller ones. Oinkalone, Flaffy. We don't have Sylveon in here yet, guys. Sylveon, yeah, 72 or 155. Ooh, it is pink. Sylveon, what was the other one? 155. I don't know why that. I mean, you're probably right. Sylveon 155. Isn't this weird? Like it'll come up here, but it won't come up in the search. Oh yeah, it definitely is pink. It comes in reverse hollow too, and it's pretty inexpensive. Chinese. Yeah, what do we think of this one? We gotta have Sylveon. Thanks. No, you're the best. Sylveon is probably my favorite evolution, honestly. So I do think we have to have a Sylveon in this one. Do we think this is the right Sylveon? What are we doing right now, Edgar? We are building collections and giving them away. And the theme right now is pink. And we're doing some smaller ones. We gave away a bunch of like $80-ish ones. Yeah, this one is cute, huh? Okay. I think we send this. I think that's going to put us like right around the similar budget to what the last one was. It is. Do we want to call it here? Like, it's 2 cards. It's not really a collection, but it does get our Emolga in there. What do we think? Sylveon with the cupcake. Was that the last? Was it Sylveon 55 or something like that? Am I remembering this right? No, this was 155, 70 something. Was it this one? That's not a cupcake. Wait, which one's the one with the cupcake? Look how cute Sylveon is. Dark Sylveon? What's Dark Sylveon? Is that a thing? It might. Whoa. What is this? It's not very pink, but I don't have memory of this card. Okay, so yeah, so Celebrations 25th. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Oricorio, GG. We do love the trainer galleries and Galarian gallery cards have been really, really good for this game we're playing here today, because they are often like $2. That's pretty pink. Komiya, right? Yeah, it's so obvious. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. What else we got? Okay. Seen some Mimikyu promo. We can look at that. Mimikyu SM promo. Which one? Sun and Moon promo. This one? Oh, yeah, I've seen this card before. It is very pink. It is also not that cheap in terms of getting it into one of these collections, these lower value collections. Let me see where we're at here. Okay. Emolga, Oricorio, Sylveon. How do we feel about this? Is that, I think, because we should, for the smaller ones, we should stop there. We're doing more chances to win here. There's so many good pink cards, huh? Dedenne, yeah, okay, come on. No, we haven't checked that one. Is it better than the one we have right now? Sylveon GX 140. This one? Is that right? No, that's not right. Sylveon Guardians Rising. Ooh. What do we think of this Sylveon? People are voting different. Yeah, I'm seeing different Sylveon. Yeah, maybe we could do better on Sylveon. That one is pretty good. Ooh, look how pink this one is. It is going to give us like, it's going to be like all the budget, even at mod play. Yeah. Seeing votes for Dark Sylveon again. Sylveon 205. I mean, that can't be what you meant. 205. Maybe that is what you meant. Okay. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get $10,000 to do this. These giveaways. I wish I did. That would be cool. MISPRINT was very generous in sponsoring this, but not this generous. Okay. Swirlix. Oh, yeah, I'm a Radiant Collection. Swirlix, Radiant. We got to make a call soon here. Swirlix. Oh, it's a school night. We got to. Oh, this is so cute. Look at this guy. What is? Okay. What do we? People are voting for different Sylveon. Can we get the right Sylveon? Can we get the right Sylveon? Sylveon V Japanese. Sylveon. Which Sylveon V? Sylveon Trainer Gallery. Trainer Gallery 15, not 14. That would probably be the V Max if that one was 14. TG 15. Okay, I mean it is $50 near mint. It is pink though and big. Ralts Radiant. Okay, we'll let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. Ralts Radiant Collection. Oh, is that it? It's on a full art. It's just this little guy. I don't think it's not like the pinkest. It is cute though. I don't think I've ever seen that card. Keep the stream going as long as I can. I'm gonna lose my voice, y'all. I'm trying to be diligent about going, like, doing a wind down before bed. We're fostering a dog. We have to take him outside. A blue Mew for irony. Kind of like that, actually. What's a blue Mew? What cards have blue Mew? Flaffy. People are voting for Flaffy, Wiggly, Tough. Okay, hang on. We got to make some real calls here. Let's try to be focused. We're like at budget on this collection, and then we're going to do one big one. We can decide together what that big one is. Emolga, Oricorio, Sylveon. Is this the right Sylveon? Reverse. This is going to be reverse hollow. We have to do Sylveon. Okay, I know everyone's got these awesome suggestions, but let's pick the right Sylveon. Let's pick the right Sylveon. Furious Fist one. A full art or a V. Some people are saying, yeah, that Sylveon is the right Sylveon. It is very pink. This one is cute. Okay, maybe we got the right Sylveon. Yeah, I know we don't have a full art, but no, we have a full. What are we doing? We have a full art. This is Emolga. Look at this guy. It's cute. Okay. Executive decision. This is the next collection. So yeah, no need to change it. I agree. We like this Sylveon. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look again. 434 responses in the form. I'm going to scroll through and see if anyone has submitted twice. Someone has. So we're going to delete them. Their second submission specifically, of course. Okay. I think we're good. We've got the number now is 448. 448 is the cutoff. And let me make sure. Okay, our second little pink collection. From 2 to 448. Oops, booping my microphone. $229. Who is 229? Drum roll, please. Umar Nasim. Umar Nasim. Congratulations. You get a pink collection. I hope Umar likes pink Pokemon cards because you're getting some. Let's go ahead and kill the screen share. Get there. We have an incomplete address. Hopefully this is a only one place. It is. Our friend Umar. Congratulations, Umar. Okay. Now, let's do, I want to do a little bit of Q&A, and then we will do our final big collection. Or like we'll do a grand prize thing, maybe like $150 or something. So vote now in the chat. Do we want to do this? Do we want to do this as singles? Do we want like one big single, one big slab? Do we want to do a bunch of singles? What do we think our grand prize should be? And I will go ahead and get Umar's order processed here as y'all vote on this. One big slab. We're getting some votes for this. Can we still join the giveaway? Of course. I will star any questions because we will go to slab or single, not collection. Okay. Yeah, big slab. Big slab. I think everyone likes big slab. I like it. Let's do big slab. Done. Done deal. Shelby. Yeah. Yeah, Umar. Well, listen. Umar can put this put the VOD of this stream back on and be like, look, it wasn't what it looks like. Let's get this order processed for our winner, who is across the country. All right. Almost there. And then we will pick a big slab. So now everyone, you can drop some questions in the chat if you haven't yet. I've been trying to star questions as I'm going along, which lets me more easily sort of revisit them later. We are processing our order for our friend Umar, who wins the second little pink collection. Okay, and then I will hide everyone's addresses. Remove Umar's row. Yes, it's not too late. We have 441 responses. Please don't respond twice, because then I have to delete it, and then I have to make sure it did it in the sheet. I want it to be fair. Okay. Okay, questions, and let's go to Q&A for a little bit. Can I say the names of all the winners so far? I haven't tracked them all, so no is the short answer. I could go back and figure it out, but I'm not like setting them aside or anything like that. Okay, let's go into some Q&A for a few minutes, and then we will wrap up with our grand prize, $150-ish graded card. Let's go through some questions. Percentage. Okay. Slabs versus singles for vending. I find that there are more collectors of singles. They're more accessible. As we're seeing, as we're doing this, right? It's hard to like build a collection. Like $100 doesn't go very far in slabs, but it can in singles. So I find that singles are much more liquid. Slabs, especially if you graded them yourself, much higher margin. So I do both. I almost always have three cases nowadays, and a binder of sub $20 cards. And the cases are usually like half singles, half slabs, pretty much. Which show am I vending at next? I am vending TCG now in Concord, California on this Sunday, and JT in the chat will be there with me. Are all vendors in it for the hobby or the money? There's a mix, of course. I think probably on average, if I'm being really honest with it, I think probably on average, most vendors are more in it for the money than they are in it for the hobby. But for sure, a lot of the people that I've met are actually passionate about the hobby. They have their own things that they collect most of the time. But for sure, even people that I have good relationships with that I like have told me like, yeah, like in some cases they're passionate about a different TCG like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, and like Pokemon's where the money is, so they do that as well. So no, of course, not all vendors are in it for the money, but yeah, probably more than majority are. I think it's probably fair. Casper, thanks for the super chat. What's the most amount of steps being a buyer? I think I get the question, like how many steps am I taking physically steps in when I'm doing a buyer POV and walking around a show? The answer is actually not as many as you might think in most shows, because there's a lot of actually more like standing at a table, actually like covering a lot of distance in a lot of cases. So it's probably not that much. Favorite show to vend versus walk. Probably my favorite show to vend is it's actually pretty much a tie between like the 680 card show, which is usually in San Ramon area, and the East Bay card show, particularly the one in Concord. But I don't love walking the East Bay card show because they've been fixing it, but like sometimes it's really packed in there on Sundays. For walking otherwise, I don't know. I almost feel like I haven't been to shows in a little bit. Sometimes the SF card show is good. Sometimes depends where it is in the Bay. Fairfield one's pretty good, but I just don't like making the drive out there. Okay, let's take a look for some of these questions. What were the interesting one. What were the differences in vending in NorCal versus SoCal? People have talked about how different they are. My experience was that it wasn't that different. But I think that is probably more of a byproduct of the West Coast Card Show specifically, and the fact that there was a huge venue and like there's like 1,200 tables. People like couldn't even find. People just like couldn't find my table. Like there are people who follow me and they're like, "Oh, you like afterwards on Instagram." They were like, "I didn't know you were there. I missed it." Yeah. It's just a huge venue. So it really actually didn't feel that different, but I bet it is. Yeah. Is it common for vendors to pay the seller 75 to 85% cash for a slab when buying? Yeah, it is. It depends on the liquidity, I think, more than anything. Like for me, whether I'm at 75% or 85% mostly comes down to how quickly I think I will be able to sell it. And sometimes it depends like where you're at in the show. Because like by that I mean like in terms of time. Like let's say if it's a 2-day show, Saturday morning, I'm going to take more chances. I might pay a higher percentage Saturday morning because I think I've got the rest of the show to sell that thing. I don't vend every weekend. I'm vending a lot actually right now, but I've gone months without vending before. At the end of a show on Sunday, when I know I'm not going to sell it at that show and I'm going to have to hang on to it for 3 months, if I'm going to buy the card, I have to feel safe that it's not potentially going to go down in value too much between shows. So I'm more inclined probably to pay a little bit less. So everyone's got their own approach to this, but this percentage range is about right in the current market. First big childhood pull. It is not this specific one, but it is the Neolugia is really the one that I remember pulling. It was $20 at the time raw, and I sold it on eBay at the time. So that's one that I really remember pulling. I don't remember a lot of the stuff that I pulled from like the WotC era, English WotC, but I'm sure I did. Have I ever bought extended art displays for some slabs? I haven't. I've seen some that are really cool, but I haven't. Do I recommend vending at a shopping mall? I have actually never done one of those, but one of the really popular shows in my area is just in a mall. It's like it is just a shopping mall, and it's pretty consistent. I think it does pretty good. That you'll get a different like audience walking through. People who maybe weren't even there for the show will come by and buy things. So yeah, pretty good. Go for it. What else? A lot of great questions here. What price ranges of singles sell the most? I mean, the most in terms of quantity is sub $20 singles. But like stuff from like Stuff in the sort of $30 to $60 range. I think there's a lot of modern cards that are about $30-$40, so a lot of those sell too. What types of cards do I like to collect? Do I go for chase cards or do I make themes? I am much more of a like themed collector. So in my binder, I actually I've made a couple purchases recently. I'll show one at the midweek Machamps next week with Jarchomp, and then I haven't grabbed the second one yet, but I've finished a set that I've been pursuing for a while. So I like collecting. Like I have some gold stars that I just like. I have I'm doing like Neo Shining in English and Japanese. I have Sleepy cards. I have Shinji Kanda's arts. I have Scizor, Gengar, Dragonite. So honestly, I think the shortest answer is that I collect what I like. But I do like going for themes, especially now that I've collected a lot of what I like. Okay. I think we are, I think, let's see. A few more. What's my favorite binder brand to use? I'm not super partial, actually. I have a relationship with Dragon Scale. I have one of their binders. It's great. It's sort of not better or worse, in my opinion, than any of the other major ones like TC Guard or Voltex. I think Voltex has become a bit of a default, but I don't necessarily think they're any better than some of those others. So I really don't have a particular loyalty here. Though if you use Dragon Scale, use my code Oyama10 at checkout. Okay. Let's do like maybe one or two more. How does my partner support me when vending or doing anything Pokemon related? What's the most important thing to keep in mind when working together? So she supports me by sort of more than anything, sort of emotionally and like structurally. She just is extremely supportive and tolerant of me just doing this, like eating up weekends, doing stuff like this. She doesn't go to shows with me too often anymore. She did earlier on, and then I think it just wasn't as exciting for her when she had done that a few times. She loves Pokemon, but not into the cards in the same way that I am. What's the most important thing to keep in mind, though? Prioritization is the key thing. There are many nights. This week is a great example. Every night I could be editing because I have multiple. I'm like behind editing West Coast Card Show videos. I could be editing because I have an editor for vendor POV specifically who's already done the cut down. I can be editing a video. I could be editing a video right now. I could be editing a video after this instead of hanging out with my wife, but usually I choose to hang out with my wife. So, yeah, like last night we played games and watched TV. I could have been editing, but like I just decided I chose what was more important. That's the thing to keep in mind. Modern Cards AZ, thanks again, man. For stuff valued over 1K plus, what % is fair to both ends? Very hard to navigate high-end deals. For me, this also is going to depend on liquidity. Is it desirable? Is it going up? Those are the kinds of things I would factor in. So there's no one true %. But I think if you come to my table and I'm vending, I would be inclined on a 1K plus card that sells easily to offer 85% in cash. Yeah, I think it would. But if you're vending, you should be trying to sell close to market if it's liquid, or close to 90% if it's not. That'd sort of be my oversimplified answer. Why do some vendors use lowest listing instead of last sold? If a card is moving in a certain direction, then you might want to look at lowest list. So if a card is actively moving up or rare and doesn't sell often, you might see market price, for example, or last sold. Like let's actually, because you're using last sold rather than market. Let's say a card sold last for $200 like a month ago, and then anywhere else the lowest list is $400. You can't buy the card for less than $400. It doesn't matter that it's so. In some ways, it almost doesn't matter at all that the card sold for $200 2 months ago, because you can't get it for $200 anywhere on earth. So the new value of the card is probably somewhere between 200 and the lowest list of 400. that would be the main reason why. And then again, if cards are moving in a certain direction, up or down, that's another scenario where you might look at listings. If a card, like there was a Pikachu Surging Sparks at the 680 show earlier that came to my table, and I looked at it, and the market value was like, I don't know, 270, let's say. But when I looked at lowest list, there were low listings available for like 240. So I could buy the card for 240. The value of the card is 240. It's moving down actively, and the next person who's going to go buy one on TCGPlayer is going to pay 240, not 270. And then in a few days, that average is going to drop down. The market value will drag down with that low sale. So those are some of the reasons why a vendor might look at low list rather than last sold. Okay, a lot of great questions. Thank you. Let's pick our grand price slab. We all agreed to a big slab. Let's see. So if we can find it on MISPRINT, even though the images are broken right now on MISPRINT, unfortunately, if we can find it on MISPRINT, I'll do it through MISPRINT because we have a bunch of store credit there that we didn't use tonight. If we have to buy it on eBay, that's totally fine. We've got 444 respondents in here. Let's make some votes. I'm going to drink water. What are our votes? The budget here should be, let's call it between $100 and $200. Kind of like the Lugia from Neo suggestion. There's a lot of grades we can get. That Lugia is like under $200 up until probably about $7. This could be the hardest one to agree on. Yeah, just everyone just throw out any graded card of all time. No, I mean, well, first off, it should be between $100 and $200. Boba from Stellar for the memes. Is the meme because I destroyed one in my last video? What is the meme? Am I missing something? I know you would be happy with anything. Y'all are good people, but let's pick something. Let's let's participate in this one and pick something together. Meowth JP promo. I'm gonna start looking some stuff up. Meowth. Do we have any more information on that, Rian? Like Meowth Japanese promo, the most recent one? Oh, the one that's like on a tree. I think that's what you're talking about. This little fella. Let's look at it on. Maybe looking at these on eBay will be helpful. Yes, that's what you meant. 192. Man, y'all know ball. Y'all know Pokemon. Yeah, this is good. Okay, this is a good one. Let's see. Meowth 192. PSA 10. Okay. Where's our buy it nows? It's a little out of budget. Yeah. Ethan's Typhlosion 190. Also on a budget. Y'all, we're looking for something that's like between 100 and 200. And well, obviously with tax and stuff, whatever, it'll be all good. What else we got? Unigabas, yeah. There's some good Unigaba cards they're about 100, most of them. The Umbreon, I think, is a little more. Ceruledge 191. Why is 191? Why is that not? Oh, it's out of 191. Maybe you meant this one. 197. This actually. Wait, hang on. I think this is the one you meant, Connor. Is this the one you meant? This could be a good suggestion, actually, price wise. But it's not at the higher end of our budget, right? We could probably do a bigger slab. Was this card like way more at one point in PSA 10? Was it like $300 when this first came out? Yeah, that's the one you meant. Yeah, okay, this is a good suggestion. We're just okay. Let's see. PSA 10 Lance's Charizards. Any of the 3 dogs from Crown Zenith? Yeah. Chansey 187. Oh, it's a good suggestion too. I think that's going to be right around the price we're talking about. This is a pretty good one, like 180-ish. Ends PP up. Indeed, an iconic card. Yeah, one of the classics. Are there any classics that Kangaskhan 204? The Lickitung IR is great. We did an ungraded copy of that in one of the the food collection. Oh, this is a sweet card. Yeah, good suggestion. 125. We like this. Latios from Surging. Yeah, right on like $200. Okay. We're gonna need to make a call. What do we think? The Kangaskhan, the Chansey, the Ceruledge. Yeah, it tanked. Yeah, the Ceruledge. Crown Zenith Suicune. PSA 10 Lantis Charizard. Can we vote for vintage? You can vote for anything that's in this price range. 100 to 200-ish. Japanese Magikarp. I kind of like, is that right? Magikarp. This one's going to be, I think it's triplet beat in Japanese. Am I right? Triplet beat. Do I know ball? Does your boy know ball? I think you know ball. Yeah, that's about 200. I like this one too. It's a good suggestion. I saw this one come up a couple times. PSA 10s. Cold Flare. Cold Flare. Oh, that's pretty cool. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Magikarp. Oh, we're getting votes for Magikarp. Yeah, I mean, I think you get a lot of card here, right around that $200. And with this one also, once we pick, this one's in Japan, so there might be some, tariffs be tariffing. This one, okay. What do we think? Magikarp? Carpe Diem? PSA 1 or 2? Is PSA 1 Shining Celebi? Caps lock. Is that in this price range? Probably a little high. Yeah, probably a little high. Okay, I'm thinking we do this carp. 12 cert carp. 12 cert carp. Let's do it. Let's send it. Decision made. Done. 12 cert. Brand new, fresh cert carp. Let's make sure it's a good one, yeah? Because you all know Pokemon cards. The centering on this looks pretty good, right? Pretty good. Maybe slightly top heavy, but it's pretty good. Left to right looks really good. How's the back? What do you think? We like this guy? Yeah. We like it? Let's do carp. This is it. Yeah. Yep. This is it. Okay. So I'm going to kill the screen share. And what we're going to do is we are going to go back to our sheet. 445 responses. I'm going to check if anyone has submitted twice. Oh, it's more than 445. What is it actually? 460 now. Okay. 460. Going once, going twice. Okay. Let's call it at 460. And then I will share my screen again in a sec. Good luck, everyone, on the Magikarp. Who's got it? Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I know a lot of you were here for 2 hours, so thanks for taking the time with me. It's been really fun. 335. 335. Omni Tempest. Congratulations, Omni Tempest. I'm going to kill the screen share so we can see where our friend Omni Tempest is without doxing them. Congratulations on winning the Magikarp. They are in Washington here on the West Coast. Omni Tempest, if you're here, congrats. Congrats. Somebody said the card is just an add-on. The real valuables were the friends you made along the way. And I really agree. This was really fun. Okay, so I'm going to write this one down. Omni wins. So I'm not going to do the checkout. I'm going to do the checkout right after this. We had the Cameo collection that went to Sock Vargas that I haven't checked out. It's on eBay. It's a mix of slabs and cards. So y'all, I think we're calling it there. I'm glad y'all had fun. I had fun too. Congrats to all the winners. What did we give away? I didn't keep track. $600 of collections that we all voted on together, and everyone had amazing suggestions. I'm glad my harebrained idea worked. I thought this would be fun, and it was even better than I thought it was going to be. Thank you all. We'll wrap it up there. Thank you. Yes, thank you to MISPRINT for sponsoring it. They covered pretty much all the costs, including buying this stuff on platforms not their own. Thank you to MISPRINT. Thank you to all of you. Bye. See you soon.